Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Trouble Plays YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday, November 28th. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Gobble Day. We've got one game on the docket for college football. They're giving us a game, thank you, to match with the NFL. So three total NFL games, one college football game, 4 football games in total. That's plenty. That's a perfect number. 3 is the perfect number. 4, now you can sleep through the Giants game. Perfect. Only one play. Tulane going up against Memphis. Tulane, this game means a lot. Memphis, not so much. But we're going to break it down. Before that, let's take a look at the plays from Tuesday. We had a MAC action kind of night. We only had 3 plays. Buffalo, minus 22. Beat the brakes off of Kent State. We had Al-J Henderson over 106.5 rushing yards. Had 34 in the first drive. I saw things on Twitter that said that he was going to sit the rest of the game. I was going to be very upset, and turns out he did not sit the rest of the game. Had 140 yards in the third quarter, so that was very nice. Loser was Toledo. I'm not sure if Toledo lost outright. I know they tied at 14-14 in the fourth quarter, but I stopped watching. Brutal performance from Toledo. Went all the way down the field the first drive, missed a field goal, and then Akron scored one play, and it was immediately flipping it off. I'd seen enough, but we'll take the 2-1 day on the college picks. Let's go over to the plays for Thanksgiving Day. Big game, and it should be a fun game. AAC matchup, Memphis against the Green Wave. Memphis on the season, 9 wins, 2 losses. Tulane on the season, 9 wins, 2 losses. Only difference is Memphis has lost 2 games in conference, and Tulane has not. Tulane will be playing in the conference championship game going up against Army. There is nothing Memphis can do. There is nothing Tulane can do. Tulane, if they lose this game, they're in the championship game, hurts their chances for the big boy tournament. But if they win this game, they're in. Memphis wins this game, can't do anything. Army's already in. So Memphis can get to 10 wins on the season, get themselves a better bowl appearance or something like that. But this is a game I think both teams will be playing hard. I do expect Memphis to give everything they have. This is obviously the last game of the season before the bowl game. We have 2 explosive teams here going head-to-head. A lot of points should be scored. I'm going to take the points. I think Memphis is going to play hard. 13.5, that's so many points. This is the second highest scoring team in the conference. They're scoring 35.3 points per game. Obviously, the number 1 scoring team in the conference is Tulane. They score about 40 points per game, but I do think Memphis will be able to match them point for point for the most part. They've had good quarterback play all season long. Hannigan's been really good for them. They've got good running backs. They've got good wide receivers. The defense has been decent, I could say. They're more bend, don't break, but they've only given up 22.6 points per game. That's not bad at all for Tulane. They rely on the running back. They rely on the offense, and they really don't have that bad of a defense either. One of the better defenses in the conference for them, but they will be in the college football playoff if they win this game and then beat Army. They're going to lock themselves in. Army against Notre Dame, I think Notre Dame's just playing some good football. I think Army's better than what they showed. Whenever Army gets behind, it's almost impossible for them to win. So Army has to play their game. They started down 14-0. That's just, Army can't win a game like that. So I do think Army might be able to give the Green Wave a run for their money. But both these teams, they've been great turning the people over. Both of these teams are plus margin in turnover margin. I feel like this game's going to be a field goal or 1 possession. If you're going to give me 2 possessions, this is 2 touchdowns. And Memphis is just as good as Tulane offensively. I don't see where the points are coming from. I'm going to take the free points. Memphis can score 35-plus points pretty easy in this game. I'll take the 13.5 as the play. Let's go on to the player props. We're going to be looking at 2 running backs today. And we're going to be looking at the same game, obviously, because it's the only game on. But we're going to take Mekhi Hughes of Tulane, over 122.5 rushing yards going up against the Memphis Tigers. Both these teams on the season have been decent at stopping the run, but we have 2 running backs that are going to dominate in this game, I think. I think they're going to go way over 100-plus rushing yards. This is year number 2 for Hughes in the system. He was a freshman last year, sophomore this season. Nearly 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns last season as a freshman. This year, exact same thing, 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. He still has 2 games to go. He's coming off one of his poor performances this season, 22 touches, volume still there, only managed 82 yards on the ground. That was going up against Navy, but before that, he had gone 100-plus rushing yards in 5 consecutive games. He did start the season off pretty slow, but he's already been over 100 rushing yards in 7 games this season. He gets about 20 touches per game. Typically, we see him go over 120-plus. I'm going to take him here, over 122.5 rushing yards as the first play. And for the second play of the day, we're going to stick to the ground. This is meat and potatoes. This is turkey and potatoes on Thanksgiving. We're going to run the ball. I'm going to be looking at Mario Anderson of Memphis, over 82.5 rushing yards as the final player prop. You can see the numbers there on the bottom right side. The Green Wave defense, they've been pretty good this season, giving up less than 300 yards per game. They've been decent at stopping the run, giving up less than 115 yards per game as well. But in college football, you bet on offense basically every single time. It doesn't really matter how good the defense is. Typically, we see offense succeed. The defense usually has a bad day or just can't stop a good offense. That's just what we see in college football. Sometimes it's different. Like if you have a Georgia, sure, I can see that. But these smaller conferences, I think defense loses to offense every single time. I think the same thing is going to happen in this game. We have two running backs who should be held to under 100 plus yards because the stats say so, but it's just not going to happen. They both have between 17 and 25 touches every single game. Both running back has gone over 100 plus yards in 7 plus contests this season. For Mario Anderson, he's had back-to-back games getting 22 plus touches. He's rushed for 282 yards over the last 2 games, having no less than 138. He's also had 600-yard rushing games over the last 8, and he's done it 7 times, just like Mekhi Hughes. I understand this is a pretty good defense on the other side, but this is a guy who's proven time and time again, no matter who it is, no matter who he's playing, 15 plus touches, he's going to go for at least 80 plus yards, most likely 100 plus yards. He's also seen Navy this season. Mekhi Hughes had his worst day against that team. Anderson had 117 yards and 3 touchdowns. He can get it done going up against anybody. I'm going to take Anderson here. Last player prop, over 82.5 rushing as the play. Let's go to the recap graphic. We're going to be taking Memphis with the points. Explosive offense. I don't see them getting blown out in this game. I'll take the points. Mekhi Hughes over 122.5 rushing. And then Mario Anderson over 82.5 rushing as the final play of the day. Guys, it's going to do it for the NCAA football plays and props for Thursday, November 28th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.